I'm gonna make this video about this new sleeping pad that I got. This is the REI Helix insulated air pad. This is it's the regular white version. It's 72 inches by 24 inches and it's 3 inches thick. It weighs 1 pound 10 ounce, so not exactly an ultralight pad, but it is a white pad. So R value is listed at 4.9 on this bag, although I believe on the website it's listed at 4.8, so I don't know what to make out of that. It's normally I think like 160 or 170, but during their anniversary sale it was like 30% off, so that dropped it down to like 120 or something, and then I had $30 in REI dividends. So this is what it looks like when you get it. It's got a pump sack in there, and it comes with a repair kit, which is kind of cool. The strap's kind of nice, you know. I don't know which one weighs less, but probably wouldn't use both if I was taking it with me in my backpack. But the reviews on this were really good. It's supposed to really live up to its R value rating and be very comfortable. The weight is a little bit more than what some of these pads run, but the baffle design on these is supposed to make it very comfortable. This is supposedly like one of the most comfortable sleeping pads that's packable, while also being very warm. My plan is to, in the deep winter, utilize a foam pad underneath this, which is pretty common practice for backpackers. You can get a 3/4 length foam pad like the Thermarest Z-Lite SOL they're like 10 ounces, so they're kind of bulky, but it'll also help to protect the pad. I like the wide versions of pads because my elbows fall off the normal versions. So, but anyway, yeah, this is the pump sack to inflate it. It's got a little nozzle right there. Pretty simple design. It's in blue this year, which I'm not a big fan of. It was yellow last year and green the year before. I really wish I would have found out about these when they were selling the green ones, but it is what it is. The great part about REI is they have a 1-year warranty for members, and I think the membership is like $20, but they give you $20 off or something like that. So, and it's a lifetime membership. Don't quote me on that membership price, but that's what I remember, something like that. But it's definitely worth it. I had another sleeping pad that I just actually returned today. I'd had it for almost a year, used it a lot, no questions asked, just gave me all my money back. So I bought this one. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go ahead and air it up right now. It's got I believe this is the inflation and this is the deflation. It's got 2 different valves, which is kind of weird, but we'll figure it out. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the deflate. It says it right on there. This is the inflate. So I'll test out this stuff sack and see how it works. was kind of a strange experience. I've never used one of these pump sacks before, but it took about 5.5 pump sacks full to pretty much get it inflated. It really kind of sounded like there was a little bit of air escaping. I don't know if that's normal with pump sacks or not. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if that's normal. I guess it's possible this one could be defective, but anyway, it seems to be pretty inflated. It certainly feels more inflated than the one that I tried out at REI. They didn't have the wide version, but this dimpled construction, they say, is one of the most comfortable kind of pads you can get. Obviously, this isn't going to be as comfortable as like an Xped Mega Mat, which is the pad I just returned today, but that one also considerably heavier. You know, probably 3 or 4 times as heavy as this. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty comfortable. When I laid on it, I wouldn't say it's as comfortable as like a bed, where that Xped Mega Mat definitely was, but you know, this is a pad you can actually fit into and carry the weight of in a backpack, whereas the other one was not. So, you know, of pads you can actually carry in a backpack, this one is rated by a lot of people of the most comfortable pad. So, and it utilizes Mylar film inside that reflects your heat back and forth. I don't know how many layers there are, 1 or 2, or I think there's like probably 2 layers of Mylar in this or thereabouts, but yeah, it's really warm. As soon as I lay down on it, I could feel the heat reflecting back to me. So yeah, it feels pretty inflated. You know, of course, if you inflate it all the way, as much as you could, it'll be very firm. Some people prefer to actually deflate the pad a little bit to get a little more comfort. So, but yeah, wish it was green, but so far so good. You see, it's plenty tall enough for me. And I think this is actually the bottom that has the valves on it, which is kind of strange, but the branding is on this other side. So I think I'll go ahead and bring the camera down here, and I'll lay down on it and see how this one feels. And you can see there's some more branding on this side of the pad. It's pretty comfortable. It's definitely wide enough for my elbows to not fall off on. I feel like just wide enough. Whenever I have my arms like this with a 20-inch wide pad, my elbows definitely fall off the sides, but I feel like, you know, I'd probably be okay with this one. Let me see. Yeah. These dimples can kind of lock your elbow into it if you get your elbow down into one. But even if I don't, I still feel like it's just kind of resting right there on the edge comfortably. So now when I sit up, I do bottom out on this pad, which is I mean, it is what it is, you know. A foam pad underneath of this would definitely give a little bit more cushion, but as soon as I lay on my back or my side, I can't feel the ground at all. I definitely just feel like I'm laying on an inflatable pad. So I definitely have plenty of room laying sideways for my knees and my butt. So plenty of room this way too. So yeah. It's pretty comfortable. I would say it's a lot more comfortable than the Thermarest Pro Light Plus that I have. It's a lot thicker. I think that pad's only like 1.5 inches, so this is like twice as thick. I can feel heat down in my side radiating back up to me. So yeah, obviously I need to take this outside and test it, you know. But I've got a year to do that. You know, we're heading into summertime now, so depending on how high of elevations I get, you know, I could still do some decent testing, and we are going to have some nights, I think, in the 40s. So, but this pad should be able to go down below that. This pad with an R value of 4.8, 4.9 should be able to go down to around, I would imagine, about 20 degrees on its own. With a foam pad underneath of it, probably down into the, you know, that'll add another 1.7 R value. If you stack the Thermarest Z Light underneath of it, so that would be 6.5 R value. So you should probably be comfortable with that, at least down to 0. Most people would. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty comfortable. I hope I can upload this video to YouTube. It's already 15 minutes long, but I can definitely feel warmth now down in my upper leg and my hip. You can see it's definitely very plush and thick. So I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall. You can see how much room I have down there. This is a 6-foot pad, so got room above my head too. So I imagine this would fit a 6-foot tall person. I get probably a good 2 inches there, a good 4 inches down here, so lots of room on the sides. So sitting up like this, my butt is bottomed out on the floor, and it definitely feels a lot cooler. But as soon as I lay back down, that goes away. I did read about some people saying that they experienced that. On the reviews of this, but no one really complained about it too much, except for the people that said they like to sit up a lot on their pads. Yeah, makes a big difference, but I tell you what, I would still prefer to have a little bit more for my elbows to spread out. Like, I feel like if I really wanted to spread, then I would be off, even with this 24-inch wide pad. But yeah, overall it's pretty comfortable. I feel pretty supported laying on my back. These little divots here, they don't meet up with divots on the back. on the other side of the pad, the divots on the other side of the pad meet up in this area. So, like, you know, if that makes sense. The divot on the back does not match up to the divot on the front. See if I can show you that. See, like that one's in the corner, but on the back, there's not one in the corner. So, and this one's in the corner, but on the front, there's not one. So that's important because, you know, you're gonna have air and Mylar there to trap warmth. So definitely feel the cool spots when my hip touches though. But I'm turning sideways. Anyway, like I say, I've got a year to test it. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's about it for now. Just wanted to kind of do that unboxing and show people this new pad. If you're in the market for one, it's a pretty good deal. There's a guy named Justin Outdoors, I think, on YouTube that he's got a lot of reviews that feature this pad and many others. So he was a great place to go and get information about this pad. So recommend checking that out, and a bunch of other ones on YouTube. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this video off. It's almost 20 minutes now, so thanks for watching.